Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of 234 Essential, your favorite podcast in Nigeria and maybe the world anyway. Maybe the galaxy system, the Milky Way. But we are here again. My name is Ayomide Tayo, AOT2, and I have my co-host here with me.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's Ugochi, the Igbo stallion.
Yep, yep,
How
yep,
you guys doing?
yep. We hope that you guys are doing good. You're blessed wherever you are. If you're in Nigeria or you are in the abroad, as we say, or in the diaspora. Thank you guys for listening. Another great episode here. If you're a first time listener, welcome to a podcast that will fill all your cravings. Pause for everything
Love
Nigeria.
it.
Yes. So, in case you don't know what 234 Essential is, it is that podcast that helps you break down the Nigerian experience, helps you navigate life in this great country of ours. We have over 200 episodes that you can binge listen to on any platform you listen to your favorite podcast on. We dropped a little, episode last week also. It is called, sorry guys, in case you don't know, I don't remember the names of the previous episode. So I have to go back and follow Nana and talk. So yeah, Up and Grateful. It's called Up and
Oh
Grateful.
my goodness for you.
Inspired by the one and only DJ Chicken, whose dance now is now the new virus in town. He has
He has a
like
dance.
I'll send you videos. He has like 3 dance steps that people are now doing everywhere. That guy is a force of nature, whether we like it or not. And this is the country we live in, where
Love
the
it.
where the bottoms pause are the ones ruling
Jesus.
pop culture now. Yes. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's going to be a great episode. Before we go into the nitty gritty of everything, we were supposed to put up an announcement yesterday that the podcast was supposed to come a day late. But fortunately or unfortunately, Instagram has decided to beef with us. So our Instagram account is down. But we are working on it. We want to go and beg Mark Zuckerberg. Whether we need to go and bribe him, we don't know. Whether we need to go and buy fowl or carry schnapps for him because he's the god of the
Maybe we need
internet
to pay
now.
for verification. Maybe we get blue
They like
tick
that
so
one.
that
When you get blue tick
yeah.
down, they'll like you very
I,
well. So
yeah,
yeah,
so we can get their attention.
so we can get the attention. But anyway, to be up and running, to be up and grateful very, very soon. So you guys, it's all good. Now
Love
let's get
it.
into the nitty gritty of why we are here. If you want to send us fan mail before we jump into today's festivities, you can send us fan mail at fanmail@234essential.com. And you can use it to rant about Nigeria, talk about your life, talk about something in the society, or we have something in a segment in on this podcast that is called release therapy. Don't please take your mind out of the gutter. It is not X-rated. Release therapy is like your agony aunt section in newspapers back in the day, or you calling Shola Thompson rhythms of the night back in the day, where you talk about your love
Hmm.
life, relationship, wahala, and we in our honest, knowledgeable bank will give you
Love
advice,
it.
but there's a caveat, there's a fine print. If after 7 days your symptoms persist, please go and meet a bona fide professional that went to school to learn it. Because we now street will take learn. There's some things, there's some
You
professionals that
understand?
are street. Some mechanic now na street they take learn. So if
Oh
you bring
God.
Toyota, they fit go put a Honda Honda engine inside them. So it's different. No, be say your car no go
They
move, you
want
go
they,
move. But there might
they
be a
want they call
few
them engineer.
auto engineers. But please, if to us persist, just carry your car, go Briscoe Center or Elizade Plaza. Where they go fix that for you. Thank you very much.
Love it.
Now, yes, Ugochi also has a message for
Also,
you guys.
Also follow us on every social media platform when it's up and running and up and grateful on Instagram at 234 Essential and every other social media platform, X, Threads. Yeah. Follow us, you guys. Join the community. See what's happening on the with the tribe of the community per time. Let us know what's going on. Chat to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that nice stuff.
Okay, so our good friends are Night Post. In case you don't know what Night Post is, Night Post are the ones in charge of everything, letters, packages, everything in Nigeria. It's like Royal Mail in the UK,
Mm.
you know. And Night Post is good. Don't let us say Night Post is not good. Please, we're in the very, very we're still celebrating independence. So let's speak life into
I
dead
love
things.
it.
Dry bones shall rise
Ah,
again.
we never die now.
Yes, you never die. But they try. Anyway, we have one fan
Uh,
mail. We have one fan mail, and his name
okay.
is here, or her name is here. So allow me, allow me to mention your name. Damilari, thank you. Hello, T2. I
Mhm.
hope you are doing well and managing in this Nigeria house. Thank you very much. Hi, Ugochi. This email is for you. I'm writing on behalf of a colleague who is visually impaired. His name is Luke. Please give him a shout out. Shout out to Luke.
Shout out to
Luke.
Luke.
Shout out to you, man. I hope you're listening to this wherever you are in this part of the world. Thank you for listening to us. He
Thank
listens to
you.
podcasts a lot as his way of keeping up with what's happening in Nigeria and connecting with listeners. He made an observation which I hadn't noticed until recently. First of all, visually impaired people actually make more. How will I put it now? Their senses are more heightened. So obviously, he's the one that'll
Mm-hmm.
catch this. He's the only one that'll catch this. You go to you unknowingly, you often jump into conversations which disrupts the flow. For example, when AOT is building a premise and about to conclude a point, you often interject with, "Oh yeah, that's true. I remember one time," and then end up with, "Sorry, Ayo, please continue." I know these things are unconscious, but for a visually impaired person, it disrupts the flow of the conversation. Luke gave a recent example from today's episode of Loose Talk. uh, when listeners send emails, Osage leads the conversation and asks for AOT2's opinion, then goes completely silent. Steve comes in to share his opinion, and both AOT2 and Osage stay quiet until Osage gives the final closing. As an insider, I lose talk. Let's just say that what you're listening to is not what we said. I can't divulge that too, because we two they clash. Well, our own clashing, it is, it is, it is worse. That I won't say it's worse, but it happens more often on loose talk than you think at the end of the day. There are many retakes in that podcast that you people don't know about. But hey, don't let me give you trade secrets or secrets of the trade. I never noticed these things before, but it's great to learn from a different perspective. I hope you try to understand this and not take it the wrong way. Ugochi. Thanks for reading, guys, and I really appreciate all you do for the pod. Best, and there's a different name under it. Maybe that's your guy name. We don't know, but shout out to you. Okay, we've noticed it now, so we'll try our best not to clash. Everybody will talk one by one, but you have to understand, if you are living in a country like Nigeria, your body go they bite you. As we did like this, body they bite us. So you have to be shooting, because if you forget to, so I don't know what Gochi wants to say about
Love
that, but
it.
we'll try to our passions. We'll reduce our passions. You know, Nigerians are passionate people. We want to always chook mouth and everything, but we'll try to reduce our passion so that everybody can go with the flow. Thank you very much, Gochi.
Um, Thank you, Daminari. First, I think that's the person's name. First off, shout out to Luke. Thank you for listening. Actually, what I had in mind initially is to just say was sorry. I'll do better. But like on a second thought, I was just like, I think that sometimes it's also okay to criticize without comparison. Um, I agree that sometimes or many times there have been interjections. But how do I put it? Different ways to converse, I'll say, different ways and different preferences. However, this has been duly noted and taken into consideration and will be looked into and worked upon.
Thank you very much. Yes, yes.
Thank
The
you.
council, the council of elders have looked at it, and we shall deal with it appropriately. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, that is the only fan mail that we have. But if you have fan mail, just send it to us fanmail at 234essential.com and we'll read it. Now to everybody's favorite part of this podcast. It is called
Are you sure?
I'm just pitballing. I don't know. I don't know anybody's
Okay.
favorite part. Okay, catch up time. We'll go to what were you doing in Lagos. That is if you were in Lagos, or that is if you're in
I
Nigeria.
love it.
Because we don't know your waka waka these days. We'll just see you. If you just see you for private jet tomorrow now, we don't know. We don't want to see Eiffel Tower or Big Ben. So please.
Very possible, actually. I love that. I love. Funny, I was having a conversation today with my family, and I was telling them mystery is important sometimes to make people know
Mhm.
see you finish. You understand? Because by the time they see you finish, now when they talk your matter, like say they to know. Um, my week has my week been. First of all, let me talk about today. Today, right now, I am very overwhelmed. Um, I've had a lot of conversations today that has taken up my mental space. So many things happening around me that also sort of affected like my mood for the day. So right now as I speak, I'm very overwhelmed. But yeah, my week was great. September was really kind to me, probably the most beautiful month this year for me from start to finish. I mean, it had its own hiccups just like everything else, but excuse me, beautiful, beautiful month.
Mhm.
I finally did my induction into the Institute of Management Consultants. And it was amazing. The induction day was great. I don't know, I've shared on this podcast before that I've been told that I have no sense of urgency by the people who know me. That's not very true, but we'll come to that another time. Anyway, I got to the venue for the induction. It was at a hotel in Ikeja. And I got there and I was like probably the third person to come into the room. I was like, am I in the right place? Or it was supposed to start at 1 p.m. and I got there for like 12:30 something. Anyway, long and short of the story was that not only did I get a certificate as a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants, which allows me to consult in Nigeria and 50 other countries, by the way. Um, I also got thank you so much. I'm so humble.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ayo. I'm crying. I didn't know I needed that. But I also got a certificate on time management from London Graduate School, which was so cool because I didn't set out for any of that. So great. Um, Everybody keeps asking me what next after this. I think that I'm trying to enjoy the beauty of what has happened, how far I've come. That's how I started this year is not where I am right now. It was so different,
Yep.
so different. If my January self should see myself now, she'll be screaming in glee. But yeah, it's been an amazing month. Spent time conversing with family and friends. Um, I firsthand since I started my consultancy saw um the importance of referrals and just being in the right place at the right time because like some conversations had come from it, business, blah blah, excited much. Um Also, I at my induction I told them I was a podcaster and everybody in my cohort
Oh,
wants to come on 234. By the way, shout out to September cohort of the ICMC, IMC certificate induction, blah, 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 blah,
just,
all of it.
so-
I'm sorry,
just
guys.
to,
I said blah, blah.
sorry not to interrupt you, but a sign that people are blown is when they now have all this abbreviation by their name.
Do you
CBR,
get what I mean?
RCG, EFCC. Yeah, hey, continue. No, no talk. No, no talk.
Listen, do you know that to be very honest, I didn't know the import. No, let me not lie. I'm lying when I say I didn't know the importance, but like it was just that thing. I said it before. It's just that thing when you feel like you want to get something. When you get it, just thank God I've gotten it now. But day by day as I interact and I engage with other people, I see the gravity of what it is that the being a fellow does, or let me not say the gravity or like the weight it carries basically. And that's amazing. Yeah, I had a really fantastic week. September, as I said, has been really kind to me. Just really grateful all through and all around. Um, I think that I'll just say it here for the first time. Finally, about to launch my company, the Owl Insights. It is called. And so just gearing up for all of that. And that's where the comes from when I say at the beginning, but here, saying it here for the first time, never said it anywhere before. Really just been keeping it with um, close friends and family. But, I've been thinking to myself, how do I want to launch this brand? And to be honest, I have no idea. For somebody who plans strategy for every other thing and every other person, for myself, I am overwhelmed. I can't even lie. But yeah, trying to create all that and just take it one day at a time. Everyone says, oh, what next? I'm not sure what's next yet, but really keeping an open mind and taking it bit by bit. Um, yeah, my week in a nutshell and all that has happened and probably all the emotions that I felt from joy to almost sadness to more joy and gratitude for sure to God and friends and family. Thank you guys. Thank you to the tribe as well. So emotional. Thank you, Ayo. Oh,
You are welcome. You are
oh, did I
welcome. You are very
mention?
welcome.
Oh, I didn't mention that I was nominated the secretary for my syndicate at the theme, and that was amazing.
General Secretary again. Look at that.
General secretary, oh my dear,
The
not even a
portfolio,
small.
the portfolio is portfolioing.
His
Mm,
portfolio, Jesus Christ. But yeah, really grateful for all of that. Really a week of accomplishments as well, planned and unplanned, so that's good.
mm.
Um, our transformer blew. I didn't have lights for
Okay.
3 days.
Well done.
And I've just been going through Nigeria's stress, small JJ,
Mm,
just like that. That's what's up.
I see. I see. I see. Not a bad week. Not a bad week.
Not a bad week at all.
Yeah.
And you tell us about your razzle dazzle week. Ah,
Which one be Razzle Dazzle? Okay.
I
My week
just
was
feel
good.
it.
My week was good. It was productive.
Love it.
Shot new videos, posted new videos also on my socials. Got nice feedback. On Saturday, I was involved in a sort of like a boot camp for female creatives in the music industry. So there's this lady called Cheche Smith. She's an AOEP,
Mm-hmm.
and she held like a 4 day or 3 day boot camp for like female creatives in the music industry, upcoming ones,
Wow.
independent ones. So on Saturday was like the discussion part where there's a master class and a panel. I was involved in the panel with some other cool people. I did that. Shout out
Love
to
it.
them for all the things they gave me at the end of the day. And I don't know why people think I drink alcohol. Because in 2 weeks now, I've received 3 bottles of alcohol. I don't really
Ah,
understand. But it's all good anyway. Uh-huh.
where's my bottle?
What do you say?
Where's my own bottle? Should I
It's
asked
coming.
for the monkey
It's
shoulder?
coming.
Abi?
It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. Just any alcohol I give
Please,
you, just take it. Just take it. It's alcohol is
no,
alcohol. Me, I don't know any
don't
difference.
give me anyway. There's no yama yama alcohol in your hand. Just saying that
Okay.
one gun that I asked you for.
I think
It
give
would
you.
be
I think
nice
give
to
you.
have it.
I think give you alcohol sachet. All those sapele water.
It's not only give me action bitters.
All those sapele water that will be eating your liver. You can feel it melting your liver
I
as you drink
swear.
it. You melting your liver. Yeah. But it was good
Acidic.
anyway.
Hmm.
Nothing really much happened again. I went for a concert on October 1st. It was actually cool
Oh,
because we held at National Theatre. There's a lawn space at National Theatre, the newly refurbished
mm-hmm.
National, and it was just nice. The view was nice because as people were dancing, you just see the metro line, the blue metro line,
Wow.
the tree was going up and down like wow, Lagos like
Look at
London.
that.
Yeah, all
Do
of
you
now we
understand
Japan go
that?
UK. See Anna, see Anna. Do you see people?
You
Do
know
you
they
see
see.
Do you see concerts when you're in your own when you're inside train?
I
No,
love
Lagos is moving. Yeah.
it.
So yeah, it was pretty dope. Productive week, like I said. Yeah, that's it. That's how my own week went, sir. We received
Did you go
salary.
for
Salary,
the?
salary don't finish already. As you collect salary like this, you just
God,
hit
I beg.
and you move on. No day. You just say
Love
something. You say, did I
it.
go for what?
Did you go for the monkey shoulder event on Sunday still?
No, I could not go. I'm sorry. I could not. I
Oh,
could not. Too many events. I don't
okay.
tire. Don't
I
tire.
know. Well done. You're doing great.
We they try.
You're
We
doing
they try.
fantastic.
We they
Honestly,
try.
this this time that cost of logistics is now
Mm.
100 billion. Is now that
Mm.
Ayo is moving around. You are a big man, Ayo. I hail you. I greet you
Anyway,
specially, bros.
anyway, I'm going to I look at the pros and cons. The only pro is
Hmm.
that is it bringing money.
Networking.
If it's not bringing
Okay.
money or it's not networking, I'm sorry. It's not
Love
happening,
it.
bro. It's not
Fair
happening, bro.
enough.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Shout out to everybody who is dating somebody on the island and you live on the mainland. God will help you people very, very much. Because that's a long
In their
distance
long
relationship.
distance relationship.
Relationship.
Jinx, Ayo.
Your boyfriend has a car, so he's the one that will be pushing the petrol, all the petrol, and you just be doing sitting down by the passenger side looking at the owner's corner looking flyer.
Trying
God
to
help me.
holler at me.
God day.
See, you know that song? If TLC, Abby, what was the name?
No, it's a group
I
like
don't
TLC.
want no scrub.
Oh, that's Scrubs. Yeah, that's Scrubs. That's TLC.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes.
Scars a guy can get in. You know when they say sitting on the passenger side of his best friends right now. If a scrub says hello to you, you say you greet him, you wave your
Mm-hmm.
hand at him like this because
Mm-hmm.
he really choked.
Not
Oh,
buying for not buying for 1K in Lagos now. So don't even go and
liquid
deceive yourself.
gold for
Don't
real.
go and deceive yourself.
No, that's
Any
liquid gold. We shouldn't even be playing.
yes at all. Don't play at all. Anywho,
Uh-huh.
if you were fortunate or unfortunate to be in the Nigerian Twitter space or news space in general or online during the last
Mm.
7 days, it was a comedy of clowns. That's what I like to call it. And this leads
Uh,
us into our topic. Shout out to I want to first say all protocols observed. I want to first greet our House of Reps members
it's-
because it's clearly sees now that we can clearly see now that in the last 6 7 days that it is a gathering of clowns. And
mm,
sometime week they entertained a clown also that came with Doimoy. You know when you're small, you used to do Doimoy choreography or Ronkinoli.
mm.
Yeah, so somebody wore the gloves of that particular choreography to the House of Reps. Also brought a witch doctor to the
I love
to
it.
the hallowed chambers. But we do
Honestly.
know. Now this is the tweet. The tweet is somebody called Juice A, and he said, and this actually resonates with me because this is what makes me
Mm-hmm.
down Nigerian. I felt this in my soul. I was depressed. I didn't want to come online.
Chai.
This man,
Chai.
this able-bodied man that God has given sound mind and sound education, tweeted everything I know about the Bobrisky, very dark man, and the ESCC case is against my own will. And I have to say, I second that.
Facts.
My consent has been
Facts.
digitally taken away from me. They took my digital
Honestly.
consent everywhere I was going to. I was seeing buffoonery everywhere. Buffoonery. They tell you that somebody has been suspended. They did not suspend somebody. They say one person is sick. That's why. One said he will never speak. If he speaks, he will die unless Bobrisky is here. Some people say, "How did you get the recording?" Another person say, "We will play the recording." It looked like a bad comedy TV series. It was terrible.
Like,
And I asked myself, why did they bomb me in this country? Because I cannot understand why a semi-nude bouncer will proudly walk into the
listen
hallowed
to me.
chambers of the House of Reps and be doing anyhow. And his lawyer that is shining teeth like donkey in Shrek. Will be moving up and down. It's painful in
Oh
Nigeria.
my god.
And I want to say for millions of Nigerians also, our consent was taken away from us because this was forced down our throats. We were gagged.
Honestly.
We were gagged.
Honestly. Honestly.
It was no, come on. Please.
You know,
Decorum, ladies and gentlemen. Decorum. Decorum.
listen, do you know
Ah,
it's been I didn't last week is sort of I think I mentioned it during our conversation. But like this week, first of all, I didn't know anything about it up until yesterday. I mean it. And I just saw that what's his name? Very dark man has gone to National Assembly. And I'm like, so of all the problems we are currently plagued with in Nigeria, see, people don't have food to eat. There's no, the cost of living is skyrocketing by the second. All the taxes, inflation, everything that is happening to us right now. There is no light. First of all, my transformer has blown. I cannot think normally. Of all the things, they finally fix the transformer. Let me just give them that. But of all the things really disturbing us, it was very dark man and Bobrisky that way at the National Assembly. There's something going wrong. There's something good happening in this country that they're not telling us about because maybe they've tried with BB Ninja. Maybe they are seeing that we did not shake. Do you
the
understand?
numbers were low.
that we're not giving them the eyes that they need and the engagements that they desired, so that we'll be distracted. They're not saying, "Oh, you know what, let's push this agenda further," because I don't know why I turned on YouTube and everything I was seeing there was very dark man and Bobrisky. How? I didn't even see Bobrisky in court. That's how much I've not watched the video actually.
They
But
said they said he
why?
was sick. They said he was sick. It
Ah,
was his time. It was the time of his month. It was the time of his month. You know,
it was time. It was that time of the month.
it was that time
Love
of the
it.
month. Yeah.
No, it's actually a joke. They're playing with us here in the country. I don't get it, because why? Why is that so relevant right now? Or is there something that's happening that they're not
I
telling
am
us about?
me
Or
too. I'm flabbergasted, but I always have to remind myself. I fine tune myself back to what Nigeria is, and I'm saying when I said it is a gathering of clowns entertaining a clown, I know what I was saying. And somebody
see,
asked in a parallel universe, but still in the global village universe. Somebody said, "Why didn't you?" And this was talking about loose stock. And I woke up and I saw
mm,
Ugochi tweeted. I said, first of all,
ah,
Ugochi doesn't. For Ugochi to tweet, that means there's problem in Nigeria. There's problem on Nigeria. There's fire on the mountain. Run, run, run.
facts,
So somebody
really.
we put up our episode link for loose talk, and somebody said,
Mm,
"Why?" I think it was a little bit miffed. He was a little bit pissed. Why didn't he
mm,
speak about EFCC, Bobrisky, this thing, this thing? And my brother, what do you want me to say about that? The
again.
problem I have with that story, these whole issues, one, the people involved are cloud chasers, from VDM's lawyer to VDM to Bobrisky himself, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
leave cloud chasing, right? In a
Mm-hmm.
normal society, what the issue is with this whole Bobrisky thing is prison reforms. Prison
Mm-hmm.
reforms. Why do we
Mm-hmm.
have who are been who are not yet in court? They've not even been sentenced to jail or anything. But because of our waiting
Mm-hmm.
trial, they've been locked in prison for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. There are people in Kirikiri today who have not been sentenced. Their case is still ongoing, and they've been in Kirikiri for 10 years. There's also the thing of when VIPs are sentenced to prison, uh, you know, or they have to stay in prison until their case is resolved. We know that some of
Mm-hmm.
them have preferential treatment. No, all of them will have preferential
Mm-hmm.
treatment, whether they're given an office in a prison, or some of them actually live in flats and mansions, and they just come and
Mm-hmm.
do register every day. Just say, okay, okay, we don't come here today. After that, they go back to their homes, right?
Exactly.
Why is nobody talking about the big issue? Why are we focused on clowns on the internet? That is my concern.
Mm-hmm.
A journalist early this year did a great investigative article on how he alleged that the Nigerian customs are party to smuggling in this country. And he broke
Mm-hmm.
down the route where they take all the things they've done, the money they make, the proceeds, that what they've done with the money, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest smugglers in Nigeria, allegedly, until today. That case has never even gotten to the, I will not even say House of Reps. It never even go area F. What they've been doing is that they've been harassing the journalists who wrote that story at the end of
Wow.
the day. So the issue here is, in a normal country, you know what they don't need to call all these Bobrisky or anything. Just call all the civil servants involved, though. Whether it's AFC something, no. Whether it's the warden of the prison, no. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what are the issues on ground? Ask the warden of the prison. What are the problems in your prison? Why are there so many awaiting trial inmates there? How come so and so politicians are living large in prison? They have access to internet, access to phones and all that.
Mm-hmm.
What is the issue? And how can we now correct this? Not that you not start parading jokers, right? And this
Exactly.
House of Press people, they'll collect sitting allowance, oh, for this rubbish they've done.
Of
They'll collect
course.
sitting allowance. So and then and the
Uh,
thing is that, trust me, this issue is not going to have a logical conclusion. It will just die.
of
Just die.
course.
It will just die. People just forget and move on. Why you've entertained clowns in the hollow chambers? Man, Nigeria
No,
is Nigeria is something else.
I really do believe that they're trying to distract us from something, or like there's some
Possible.
distraction tactic just going on,
It's
because
possible.
how is It's so crazy to me. Like, as you rightly said, the bigger issue is the corruption or the flawed system. First of all, in bribery on the part of EFCC and corruption
Prisons.
in our correctional centers, right? All of those exactly now. They say it's correctional center. First of
Oh, okay, it's
all,
correct.
this whole
Right?
conversation I'm understanding started because excuse me, Bobrisky went on Bayu Babi's YouTube show. Curiosity made me ask or something. Yes, that's what it's called. I actually watched that when it came out because I actually watched that show on YouTube. Remember, I'm in my YouTube era, right? And when Bobrisky was asked, I think he asked Bobrisky, "Oh, were you in prison?" And then the next question was, um, which part of the prison did you stay in? Was it what part of the correctional center did you stay in? Was it in the male or in the female? And Bobrisky was like, that's deep, and all of from just like that, just from that content that is supposed to be light-hearted, you're just supposed to collect jabs and all this, I believe that it was just for content purposes and nobody was trying to poke the bear or anything, but like all of this has cascaded into going to the National Assembly. First of all, I think that it is such a huge deal that the National Assembly, the highest legislative body in Nigeria, is very interested
In Bobrisky.
in what Bobrisky and Very Dark Man are doing.
But
I
guess
don't know
what?
whether it's a lack of focus or
But guess
I
what?
really don't know what it is. Tell me.
People like us will talk and rant. We write letter to our House of Reps, write letter to our senators. They will never give us the floor to talk. But
For real.
people will ring lights and very dodgy makeup. Will not be allowed
Please
to
don't kill
speak
me.
their
It
mind.
is dodgy.
Speak their mind in Abuja. Somebody came to the House of Reps. Right? He came to the National Assembly complex with a witch doctor and with fucking
I'm
blood
telling
white
you,
gloves. Like he's singing Hosanna Inc. He's doing Hosanna Inc. Ministration on stage. It's a joke.
the theatrics.
Yeah.
The theatrics
Yeah.
was a lot. It was funny. It was funny to see and it was just funny to watch. Especially, I don't know whether, like, I mean, news is news, right? At this point. These days, I don't know whether it's the blogs that feed the news or the news that feeds the blog. I think it's the other way around. But whichever way you think I just said is the way for real. But like, just having all that airtime for something that does not move the needle in any direction, in any way, form, or manner to a better Nigeria is crazy to me because I listened to an excerpt from a TV, from a news platform, I can't remember which now, on YouTube, like a 2 minute, 30-second video where Very Dark Man was trying to defend why he said what he said. And it just sounded very he said, she said, they said, my friend, his friend, this friend borrowed money, this. And I'm just like, where are I thought I was coming here to listen to some legal battle, listen to some lingo just flying up and down, my learned colleague. But like, why is Very Dark Man reading and then, he's saying, oh, on this very day, this one, this one, this one. I'm just like, okay. And then they call on somebody from I think the highest ranking officer for the correctional center, and it says, oh, they treat people well, they do this one, they don't do let another. I'm just like, this is a huge joke because at the end of the day, what is going to come to is that they're already circulating gist in the media on how I'll be on the blogs on how the voice recording that Very Dark Man brought was doctored, blah 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 blah. AI did it, and it's just like, what is all this fuss and all this mess about? The dollar has hit 1.7. Why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about the fraud that everybody doesn't have? Why are we not talking about
Because
how expensive it is to get an inverter or solar? Why are we not
you
talking
know why
about
it is.
why
You know
there's
why they
no
can't see it.
food?
You know why they can't see it.
Why?
It's too
Tell
intellectually tasked.
me.
It's intellectually
Oh my
tasking for
god.
them. That is why I said this is a gathering
Bereft.
of clowns. So they would rather be scintillated or or entertained by people.
Honestly.
Just imagine when Bobrisky now finally
Period.
enters that. When Bobrisky finally enters that House of Reps and they start asking questions. That one cannot
No,
even
he's
ask
not going to
questions. Sef.
show up.
Can't even answer questions. Sef. So I that one self, it's not
Please
possible.
touch not my Bobby. Shout out to
Anywho,
Bob.
anywho,
Super fan.
let's leave the theater of clowns and let's talk about what happened during the
See.
week. First of all, post Happy Independence Day to all Nigerians
Ooh,
home and
ooh, ooh,
abroad,
ooh.
young and old, male, female, those in between. Um,
Mm,
Shout out to all of you. Me, I was working on this day, but I noticed that
mm,
the anger, the pain that Nigerians expressed on this day was unlike any other Independence Day celebration before. Like people just woke up
honestly.
and were just annoyed. Everywhere I went to, when I said, "Oh, Happy Independence Day," people like, "I beg, I 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 beg. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time." People were annoyed. People were pained. You
Honestly.
could see the pain on their faces. Like, bro, what are we celebrating Independence Day for? It doesn't mean anything to me.
Facts.
Some people are just happy that, oh, you have a public holiday, we go rest from work.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So Independence Day wasn't, unless you are abroad, because I saw some Nigerians in America, they did they did, what did they call it now? They went out and did like a rally and stuff like that, or
Mm.
procession. They were dancing, they wore green, white, green. And I'm like, I don't blame you people now. Nigeria is very easy to love when you're abroad. Very easy. So I'm in Nigeria. I'm
Honestly.
proud of my country. Nigeria is a great land of opportunities. We just need to work harder, focus, blah 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 blah. So we're done. So
Aspire to Maguire.
now we for Nigeria, I want to aspire to Maguire. Now we just want day here.
Honestly.
I be forever. Now we just want to enjoy this nonsense. I thought it was
I
very
love
damn
it.
big. I think out of all the public holidays we've had this year, this was the worst one in terms of mood of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Moody just didn't care. Like, bro, I beg, it's just another day in the jungle, just another day to hustle.
Exactly.
President made statements. We get to what the president said, and people didn't even care what he was saying. Like, bro,
I
at
didn't
this
even
point,
hear.
bro, do you, we do us. No can disturb us. No
I
can put reggae
understand.
for our blues. Just do our own. And it's so disheartening that 64 years after independence, we are still battling with foundational problems. We're not even talking about, oh, when you see when Americans are arguing about politics, we're like, God, when we go reach this level? But it's about
I'm
lights
telling
that
you.
security, healthcare, whether person do road or no do road.
Oh
The
my
fundament,
god.
just the basics of what a normal human being is entitled to, your human rights. We are
Honestly.
still arguing about it in Nigeria. We are still dragging leg. And then,
Honestly.
hey, shout out to you guys who celebrated independence. Maybe you people are more patriotic than us. 64 years, easy at the end of the day, sha.
Did you wish people happy Independence Day, though, Ayo?
If you had wished me, if anybody, no, I think people even knew. Like nobody even said Happy Independence Day to me. It's even,
Oh my
I
word.
know people who were abroad that foreigners were like, "Oh, Happy Independence Day! Here is Nigeria's Independence Day today," and people just like, "I beg,
Mm-hmm.
where they go? I beg, I beg, I beg." Even the
Be
anger was outside.
serious.
Some people outside the country were annoyed on our behalf in Nigeria. Like, I beg,
Honestly.
you know, yeah, I'm like, well,
Honestly.
it was a sad. This was a sad Independence Day. There was nothing to write home about.
To be honest, I didn't think about it. I mean I had it in mind. I didn't write it anyway, happy independence. I mean I wished people happy independence, like people that sent me happy new month messages. Shout out to all the people who send like really heartwarming messages at the beginning of the month. It's really amazing. Thank you for the prayers, for the positivity. You're doing such a great job because some days you don't really know what people are going through and you just uplifting them with your messages. Share when keep it short and sweet, right? Me, I wish people happy independence, but I mean, when I later went on my WhatsApp status and I saw like different memes, I was just like, I don't think, first of all, there's really nothing to be happy about. The Ashwebi that they stood for, they say we should buy. I don't know. Did anybody, did they
The
wear it somewhere? Or did the
Ashwebi,
president wear it for his speech?
when your president is not
The
wearing the
unity
Ashwebi,
fabric.
you need not anything. We know boys don't see her for street. I don't even get money. I know they buy any fabric that is coming
Chai,
from federal government. I
do you
beg, I beg.
understand?
I have
But
better
they're
things in
supposed
my
to share am
Instagram.
for us. So,
Now, so I have better things on my Instagram that I've saved that I want to buy. It's not Unity
do you
fabric.
get?
I cannot my waste
Um,
money on that.
but I will be mad for you to have that unity fabric as pants. So, quite a patriotic. Don't you know these teas will be loud with
See,
like
I've
mad
saved better.
t-shirts like this.
I've seen better pants that are hardcore. No be rural farmer pants. Like I go
Ooh.
dey Pawai tapa pants. No, I don't want that. I'm sorry.
I think it will actually be great, to have the unity, just wear it and just, they said, it was created to inspire or imbibe hope in us,
So I've keep my
as
hope finally.
Nigerians. See, even the public holiday, I didn't really feel it. That's the truth. It was
Public
Tuesday
holiday.
and
Yeah, it was
I
even
didn't
oddly
feel it.
placed. Oddly Tuesday. Why? Should have been a Friday. I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that we'll know. And why can't they give us like 2 days more? Like
In
first and
China is like a
second
week. No, in China is like a week, right?
to celebrate independence, Abby.
No, so the national day is actually October
Mm,
1st also.
okay.
So my Chinese boss
Oh,
is already told us
nice.
so my Chinese boss already told us last week that for the next 5 to 7 days from October 1st, they're not
No,
online. No, I don't want to
I
stop
did
them.
tell you.
People that only take one day. Before
Rest.
all the torment that we've gone through in this country, we need at least 5 working days. May we
At
just cool down.
least.
May we just cool our brain.
Do you understand? Tipping would have given us that one just to say, you know what, my people have gone through a lot. Just chill. Take this one and use it to hold your side first so that we'll go use that one first to strategize on what next we need to do. Do you get what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Because we can't stay like this. We can't continue like this. This is obviously not a sustainable model right now. The way the country is running, it's not
Um,
sustainable.
so speaking about T-Pain, who I believe should be
Mm.
in England because he has gone for his 2 week vacation in the UK.
Is
Shout
it
out to
why
him.
now?
You know, even or some of us gonna say to even go see that bed,
Soft life.
we'll go watch film. He had us, person they go this thing. Well,
Listen, this
that is
is his
not
leave,
so.
his annual leave of 2 weeks.
Papa get annual leave. You don't tell HR already, say, hey,
See,
ooh la la.
who's checking it really? Who's checking how many times he's in office and who's not, when he's not in office?
But when they pay your salary, they joke. The HR doesn't HR the CEO or the
Of course
COO or all
not.
those people. Not the HR that one. You know be
Mm-hmm.
there. It's for you peasants that are below
Do you
a certain
get?
part in the organogram. When the lower your position is in the organogram, you just know that the HR is for you. But some places where you don't
Listen,
pass. Any place above the HR, you're on your own.
I want to, based off of this thing you just said, I read something today on, Google has this Google News. Like when you open the browser, you just see like some news down. And so on Google News today, I saw something from Richard Branson and he said something. He said, we've always been told over time that the customer is king. However, your employees are king. Your employees are more important than your customers because happy employees or staff will treat your clients even better and they will keep
Yes,
your clients, those clients that you're trying so hard to try to maintain. If your employees are treated nice and feel that they are valued, your clients will also receive that energy, that vibe from them for real. And I 100% agree.
guess
Some
who
of
won't read that?
people
Guess who won't read that?
say that
You're
again.
Nigerian. Guess who won't read that article?
Uh
The
Virtually
Nigerian boss.
every business, I'm telling you, all the business owners,
Yeah,
majority of them will not read it.
they will skip that link. They'll say, "Don't worry, I'll read it later." Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm.
Somebody who has attained the zenith of his career in that sense, in being, I mean, he's been on this for years, and he's
Yes,
saying he has looked at the business model, whether small business startup or large corporations. It is important to treat your staff well if you want to have a a valuable company or you want to have great customer service, however it is, you whatever it is, ensure your staff, your employees are happy. You're
Mm.
treating them with respect, you're valuing them, you're giving them what they are due when it is due, when it is necessary. Every other thing is a breeze for you. You yourself as the CEO or the manager, you can kick back and just enjoy because you know you've treated your people well. This is not to say that there are not some staff that will still choke their hand inside your eyes. However, make it a culture.
Nigerians are special
Make it a
people.
culture.
Nigerians are special people. There's some staff that is
Um,
just they're from hell. It's like
ah,
devil release them that just go You know all those Mazayan film when they release one demon, say this is the place you are
Yes,
going to. So
exactly.
devil has his own labor agency. I say you
Mm,
apply to this company and just give them high blood pressure.
I
Give them high
promise
blood
you.
pressure. There's some staff
On God.
members, they don't read email. They don't check
At all.
their comms this whether it's Teams or whether it's Slack. They don't read it. They come late. They don't do any work. But guess what? Every time there's a meeting, and then go raise hand up saying that then get say the management is doing something wrong.
Contribution.
And then they always talk say the management is not doing something. The management is doing something wrong. But if you not check there,
Honestly,
now them they fuck up us. It
see,
reminds me of
I'm.
so let me say this
Mhm.
story. I don't know if you know Jason Joku. He's like the head of like
Yes, I
local
know
team.
him.
He said back
Mm-hmm,
then in the office that people used to complain about internet, say the internet is slow, say the internet is slow. So they increase the bandwidth. And he said there was one
that shit is
particular guy.
annoying.
He said there was one particular guy that was just saying that it's still slow. So he now called all his he's called his IT people like, okay, let's even check what is zapping the internet. Apparently, the ringleader that was saying that internet was slow was downloading HD porn. HD porn in the office. HD, you know this one?
I
4K.
love it.
The one that you can see the babe very well. You can see the everything.
Yes.
And they now just showed him the evidence. He says, see, you're the one that is sucking, literally sucking. No pause. Pun intended. That the one literally sucking the whole internet. And
I
there are
love
people like
it.
that. They are the one causing chaos. And they will not raise up their hand that the
Mm-hmm.
management is not doing well. Ah, some people are from hell,
Exactly.
honestly. They are from hell. Or some people will just decide
See,
not to do their work. They'll just decide,
exactly.
I'm not doing my work. And when HR calls them, when I'm going to do your work, they'll say, oh, HR is picking on me, mental health. One thing, one thing, one thing.
Please don't keep missing mental health. Mental health is for real though. I is for real. Let's not neglect that shit.
I'm not
It's
I'm not
actually
neglecting it.
happening.
I only as if you're a boss, right? And you're like, you know that this staff member right now is one guy that
Mm,
puts he does extra and he says, oh, my mental health is shit and everything. I just tell the HR, please give him like 2 weeks off, let him calm down, yada yada yada.
mm-hmm,
Or just let's reduce his workload, for now, so that I get
mm-hmm,
back.
mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm.
somebody that come to work 10 a.m., leaves at 2 p.m., doesn't do work,
Ah,
and something, you're not saying he has mental health. Oh, sister, I cannot, oh, brother, I cannot take you seriously. I'm very sorry. I'm very
but
sorry.
what about if it's the person's mental health that is preventing them from being productive? How about
So
that?
that kind of thing,
There's also that.
so when somebody says mental health, whether they do their work or not, you have to listen to what they're saying, right?
Mm-hmm,
Right. And when the person at tables, you don't look at, okay, this is a huge, maybe the person having issues at home, maybe they're married, they're having issues at home, stuff like that. Or maybe a loved one is
mm-hmm.
very sick, terminally ill, and stuff like that. You can say, okay, something's going on wrong here. So let's manage this. Let's manage this. But some happy go lucky, they're always smiling. Before lunch,
I
they
love
don't
it.
book. Now they don't tell people say, go find where we chop now. That they I want to so there's no mental health. Your
Shout
mental
out
health
to
is
those
fine.
guys.
You are just being a lazy idiot. That is it.
Yo.
That is it. You are just being a staff from hell.
See, I first of all miss working sometimes miss working in physical spaces because there's always that colleague that helps the entire office organize food or
Oh yes, yes. Shout out to them.
just,
Shout out to them.
do you get what I mean? Those are the real heroes of the office. They're the ones saving the mental health of the people in the office because
Omo.
if you've ever tried to book for food from work, you will know that
Oh,
there's something called other burnouts, literally, because
oh.
your mind will be fried, your
I,
head.
you're even talking about like Audrey. I'm talking about the one that like office
Mhm.
where you go and go to what is my mama put. They're the ones that give you
Mm.
instant feedback. They just come back to the office. Omo, Yarisika rice don't cost, so they don't increase them.
Mm.
Or
Ah,
okay, that beans know the sweet again. The beans know the sweet again. They don't even give you
honestly.
the feedback. They let you know. Or maybe it's one of those offices where like there's a food truck that comes. They'll not come into your
Mm-hmm,
office. Oh, God,
mm-hmm.
food done day. May I go buy now before they go. Me, I don't buy my own
I
beans. So
swear,
similar to those ones.
honestly,
That is
giving
real
you
Nigerian.
reviews.
That is real Nigerian. The office, like the office, the series, the
Honestly,
office. There are many offices
yes,
like
I
that
would.
in this country. that there are people, every character that I saw in the office, there's a Nigerian representative. I've seen that person before in the Nigerian office.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. See, it's this is that sort of that those colleagues are called colleagues helping colleagues. Those ones
See,
that give you all the food feedback. In fact, anything that is happening in the office, they just like update everybody. They're not HR, but they just somehow
that's
know
one.
what's happening in the office.
Everything. Well, when this guy don't resign, no. Waiting to you know the
Ah, see, no
see
talk, no tell anybody. I just hear her now.
I see the email. I see the email. They resign. They fuck him up. So they go. But you know the funniest
Honestly,
ones. You know the funniest thing
tell
in the
me.
offices. The greatest ones. The one that are the is the office relationships. People who are
Hmm,
dating that act as if they're not dating or smashing, and they just
I'm
feel like
telling you.
this don't go. So this ones, oh, they don't like they're even. So that's the deal. They form.
Mm,
Mm,
see, but
office
how do they
romance.
always find out those things, Sha?
There's no how you not find out. So. Somebody go mess up. There's no how
Hey,
I care for us. Somebody go leak. There'll just be one expose one day,
someone
sha.
slip up. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't. People who have office romance, I don't know how they live through it, really. And maybe not just having the office romance, but like you both of you now break up, and then you have to
Uh,
live with the reality
let
of
me tell
seeing the person
so
every day.
it's it's possible for you to have office romance, right? It is when you
Hmm.
break up, right? That's when people notice. They don't notice these ones have not
Honestly,
talked. They're not talking to each other since morning. So that time you go just see
Chilla
everybody
don't
just
pass their
enter.
meter.
Everybody just enter Slack. You don't see everybody type for Slack. What are
Honest.
they typing? Me, I never receive message. There's a special group in that Slack. You don't know that one.
On God,
It's hidden.
with the
It's hidden.
tea,
It's hidden.
with the office tea.
Big
See,
T.
based off of this employer and employee thing, let's talk about. I want to talk about resignation. When people resign from work, right,
That's
or
another
get
classic one.
fired.
That's another
Do
classic
you
one.
get
When
what I
people
mean?
resign, there are people that resign in
Honestly,
spectacular ways.
exactly.
Some people resign with
See,
laptop. Some people resign with laptop. You don't go just see that laptop
mm-hmm,
again. They don't resign with them. They
facts
don't go.
or
They don't
any
go.
company property.
Story. The story is gone. It's going. It's going. It's
They'll
gone.
take the company property and leave the company. Period.
Mhm. Period.
And then there are those guys that give like they are of course they're the upstanding ones that give like the right notice and
Yeah, fixed
everything.
notice and everything. Yeah,
And
that's fine.
yeah, they want to be speak and span, which is most important, which is the best part by the way. But just want to let it out. But there's something that I've noticed over the years, with just working with Nigerian companies. I don't when I say Nigerian companies, I'm talking about small businesses, medium scale businesses. I can't really speak for large because I don't have any personal experience working with like large organizations, and I look forward to be honest, just putting it out there because I really do look forward to working with a large structured company. However, there's something that happens when you leave a small business. There's almost like this hatred sometimes some of these CEOs have for their
Almost.
for their
Almost.
staff that leaves the
Almost.
company.
Almost.
Right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's pathological
What's that hate
hatred.
about?
It's just a small. It's just a small businessman mentality. Oh, you're leaving. You're leaving to a better place. One thing. One thing. One thing. One thing.
So
One
why
thing.
should that be sad or a bad thing?
Oh, bro. First of all, most any business where they do that, you already know that's like a toxic office, and it's always one man business.
Facts.
So yeah,
Facts.
you think Google or Microsoft cares if you want engineer once one engineer leaves, bro? Do you know how many?
Hmm.
Do you know how many these things we do every day? Do you know how many applications we receive every day?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's when you're in a small pond business. That's why they feel that way, sha. Oh, it's
It's
crazy.
so crazy. I see it happen. I've seen it happen over the years, and it's just like, or like maybe you used to have a good rapport with the owner of the company, but once you just leave, the person just starts to behave like you're keeping malice, or you're not
About
afraid. Should I, if I see them outside, should I greet them? Should I not greet them?
it
What's
happen.
going on?
It happen. It's life. It's life. It's just the way we do things in this
Yeah,
country.
I mean, but it's just for me, it's the unnecessary animosity is also that thing where your former colleagues also sort of treat you sometimes that same level of resentment.
And now,
And it's just
nah,
like,
that's a
I thought
core.
we were all suffering together.
That's not an office. That's a coven. A coven of
Do you
witches.
get what I mean? No, terrible. But big shout out to people who leave companies and ensure that they, they speak to the deficiencies of the company, because it's very, I think that's one thing that Nigerian business owners also need to learn to do, to have exit interviews. I know it's very sweet to sack a person, but to be nice to also know the things that have been happening, or the loopholes in your company from such persons, whether you sack the person or the person is resigning, ask the person, how can we do better? Because at the end of the day, work relationship is really just a relationship, right?
Yeah.
It's like every other relationship. So take into account what it is that your company, because you are not without blame as well as the business owner. If whether the person is wrong or you're right, however it is, you're not completely without blame. Yes, I know a lot of business owners talk about, oh, we have done everything I need to do, and it's not easy managing the human part of the business, right? Especially when you have to be thinking about money, salary, moving the business forward, all of those many, many, many things. But without your staff members on board that vision of yours, there's no vision. Nothing can happen, and you can't do everything. So if you're sending somebody away, either the person is resigning or you're sending the person away, it'd be nice to know how to make things better as well. Just here, I know when it gets to that point, sometimes there's a lot of greed, maybe either from either party, but excuse me, it'd be nice to just know what that looks like, And if a person is leaving your business, well, wish them well. Sometimes when people are leaving businesses, they don't wish the businesses well, which is fine. So everybody, I mean, I'm preaching love and light here, but I can tell you for a fact that
You go to cause them.
I've not always acted that way.
And the office go burn. No, I go sell again.
You understand? I can tell you for a fact that I've not always left all my jobs with love and light. However, and if I did do that, I did for a very good reason.
Mm.
There was a job that I left, and first of all, I wasn't paid during the lockdown, and I was working during the lockdown. The person was like, the boss of the company says, "Oh, you should have you should have that's the sacrifice you have to make for." First of all, I'm not charity and I'm not trying to make any fucking sacrifices for any
Sacrifice.
business, but
I
that's
say
by the way.
sacrifice. I say, please, do I look like a babalawo or a dibia?
Do you get
Do
what
I
I
look like a
mean?
do I look like a babalawo or dibia? Excuse me, I ain't making no sacrifices here.
Facts. And like, after all that, the person now says to me, "Oh, you know what? Why are you leaving?" And I say, "Oh, because it's not just a good fit. I'm not happy here. You know, let's forget the fact that, well, I'm being owed salaries." When the person says, "Oh, you know what? Take a month off work. Take a month off work without pay, and go and just take care of yourself, and then come back."
Mm.
OG, you dey owe me for a couple of months. Say they tell me, say I should take one more month off without pay. Do you want to kill me?
Want to is after your life.
Do you get what I mean? No, it's really crazy. Working in Nigeria has been such an interesting journey, and I'm grateful to have experienced it all, good, bad, sweet, sour. I think one thing I'm also learning these days is to just take it as it comes.
Mm-hmm.
Let them say, let them think, let them just take it as it comes, because more and more I see that the areas that I've grown have been in the areas that I've failed badly, or have been told that I failed badly at, or even knew by myself that I really failed there, or they have also come from the ugly situations. All the growth, all the beautiful things that I see today has come from a disappointing moment. It's okay to be disappointed. It's also okay to disappoint people. That's the truth. Um, I was talking to Toyosi recently, and I was saying sometime, not so recently, but I was speaking to Toyosi, and I was saying to her that, that Victoria's song "Stubborn." I love that song a lot for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
If he says in the song, "Me, I know if you be your idolo, no look up to me," or I know everyone is craving a person to look up to, or people generally want people to look up to. I'm not going to sit here and claim perfection just because I have a platform and I can speak and all of those amazing things. Just not to say that I'm not a big deal. I am. However, I'm not perfect. I'm with my own. I come with my own errors. I come with my own stains. I come with my own struggles. Um, in fact, the things that have made me become the person that I am today have been really ugly things. I must confess. I'm not even going to say, oh, it's been great all the time. No. So embrace the ugly. Um, Let it come. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the hardship. Whatever it is you're going through right now. However it is that it's coming to you. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just life in general. Just enjoy it. Be an amazing host. Welcome all the guests that come to your house. Your house being you, your body, your vessel, the vessel that bears your soul. Welcome it all, because sometimes those wicked times and ugly moments also, not small, sometimes all the time, always birth beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flowers. So enjoy it. Have a great time. Life no pass like this. I know today I'm saying this because some things have happened to me also in just like my life in general. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of I'm tired of every day trying. Yes, I have dreams and I want to get something, but you know what? Chill. Just chill. Everything will be okay. Everything will work out. Everything will make sense in the end, you know. Um and that employer that is telling you that you work for passion instead of money, fuck that person and leave that job. I'm telling you, there's no need to be at a job where you're sad. I know everybody says, oh, get another job before you leave. Please, if he wants to choke you, I beg, leave there before you die. You better say you resign past they sack you. So if you see the handwriting on the wall, please get your Daniel to come and read it so that you can get out of that place in good time. Um, what does that want to say? I think off the top of my head, that's what just came into my mind, because I was having conversations with someone recently about employment and work and all of that. And I was just like, I'm one of those people that I'm of the school of thought that if where you are is not conducive, then you move. Staying in the business in that place is not conducive, and staying out of it will still not be conducive. Choose your own poison. That's the truth. Choose the poison that works best for you. Yes, some people say it's better to be earning and suffering. Okay. But anybody that is earning and suffering is definitely not giving 100. So why are you there? Might as well just give some space. Think about what you need to do next and move. Also, another thing I've been hearing a lot of recent about young Nigerian graduates. There are more graduates leaving school than the opportunities that are available in the market. These days, there's a whole lot of conversation about tech and a lot of digital nomads. The world is a global village right now. Get one or extra skill, go and look for a tech job or something and just really get your life going, because waiting for Nigeria to finish his own shenanigans and help and come to a point where everything is milk and honey might take a while, to be honest. Or it could change tomorrow, who knows? However, don't be deterred. Keep the spirit up, do what you need to do, and just keep it moving. Make yourself happy. I don't know why I went on this spiral, but I just thought to mention it because it's been coming to my head a lot, and I've been having various conversations over the week about stuff like this. And if it helps somebody, then my job here is done, and I'm happy for that. So yeah, 2 cents.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Go
Thanks.
to
Thanks.
MSc, BSc, RSc, everything, everything. Thank you.
I
Okay,
love it.
just to round this up, our president, it's customary for the president of the country to give an Independence Day speech, and the highlight of this one is that the president says, "I'll read verbatim what he said." As your
I love
president,
it.
this is still pain. You guys, you don't know who our president is. As your president, I assure you that we are committed to finding sustainable solutions to alleviate the suffering of our citizens. Hey, yeah. Once again,
Chai.
I plead for your patience as the reforms we
God.
are implementing show positive signs and we are beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I love
Ogatipin,
it.
that light at the end of the tunnel, na trailer, no be light from outside. Na trailer, na Dangote trailer. You go
I
jam
love
us.
it.
You and I
Facts.
in Obodo Yibo, you're chilling, with some your hair. And UK babes, you're not gonna enjoy UK babes, UK daddies. We there here. We are here in
You
Lagos,
understand
Nigeria,
it?
and we are suffering. We are suffering and
I
smiling.
love
Okay,
it.
I don't think Nigerians are smiling anymore. We are suffering. So that your patience
Mm.
is all your patience. No, we want now action, action, action. We don't want patience
Action.
because when you're moving around the country and lobbying for and campaigning, you didn't tell us patience. That one day. All right, we're done with the topics. Let us get into release therapy. We have release therapy today.
Whoop, whoop,
Um,
whoop.
all right, so Ugochi will do the
About to
honors
read that.
and read it. Here we go.
Our president says we should be patient. We should be patient. He's the one that put the light at the end of the tunnel, so it might as well. Sorry, I'm actually trying to pull it up. And I had it open since, but I had to close it to laugh. But yeah,
They happen.
as in it. Okay. Release therapy for episode 207 of 234 Essential. For Daddy GO to give his insights on what's really going on. The person has his name here. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it.
Let's leave his name out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it says release therapy, and the subject of the release therapy is wanting to leave the UK, but here's my dilemma. And the body of the email goes thus. It says, so I've always wanted to leave the UK. The UK is a sinking ship. The cost of living is beyond me. There's no future here. I'm playing with the idea of moving to Asia, maybe China or Korea, mainly due to having relatives and friends there. Cost of living is pretty good from what I have been told. Here's my dilemma. I've always wanted to become an illustrator. My company are really doing their best to support me, and I'm very grateful for that. However, it's been my absolute dream. Suddenly moving away after years of trying to get the opportunity will be absolute insanity, as this is providing me with industry experience. In terms of skills, I am a QA tester. I acknowledge that I'll need it. I don't know how to. I know it has a short word, but TEFL certification. Is it TOEFL? No, it's not TOEFL. I'll need a TEFL certification if I want to move to Asia for a teaching job. Realistically, that's the only way to move there. Then when I move, maybe I can leverage a job that will land me where I want to be. And of course, I understand it's easier said than done. I'll need to learn the language and face extreme competition. I just can't stomach the UK. It's getting worse. No prospect of owning a home, rent set to rise, food costs soaring, bills soaring. Working to survive is painful. And when I say UK, I'm referring to London alone. Few people I spoke with advised I stay in the UK but move to a different location outside London. What would you do in my situation? Thank you and God bless you.
All
Oh, that's
right.
not a matter.
Uh, all right. Thank you
Over
very
to you, Daddy
much.
Gio.
Thank you very much for sending that release therapy. So, is the issue of whether you should jackpot from the UK and go to Asia or whatnot? The answer is here
Mm,
already. You've already said your dilemma. Your dilemma is not you living in the UK. Your dilemma is actually living in London, right?
mm,
London is a very expensive city to live in. Very, very expensive city to live in. I have friends who live in the UK who work in London but live outside of London and they take the train
mm-hmm,
when they need to go when they go to work when they need to go to work, and it's considerably cheaper for them. I think for you, because you said your company is investing in you, to actually get to become an illustrator. If they're investing in your career at this time, right, the best for you to do is find suitable living conditions outside the capital of England. That is your best option right now because they're investing in you and it's going to take your career to another level. That's it. And when you get to another level, I will believe that's more income, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the disgust or the disdain you have for London, especially, just move out somewhere. Just go to another place where things are cheaper. The cost of living is way cheaper than what it is in London. People complain about London all the time, plus the taxes and everything. Asia is not bad. The problem with Asia is the culture and the language barrier. So if you want to go to China or then you want to go to Korea, you have to learn Korean or you have to learn Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
That is it basically. And you're starting your life all over again. So you have to learn the culture. Uh, Also, there's a little aspect of, that word that all black people should know by now. That R word. It begins with R. We all know it. I
Yeah.
It's a little bit higher over there than in the because there are more black people in the UK anyway. So I suggest the best thing for you to do is actually move out of London, go to somewhere that's easier for you for that suits your budget. I just be moving to I don't know how many times in a week you have to go to work. Maybe it's a hybrid situation or whatnot. But I think
Mm.
just taking a train, to London and coming back will be better for you. Let's not forget that London is the economic capital of the world at the end of the day. So there are more opportunities there for you. And like you said, if your job is still investing in you, that means there's something in you, obviously, So more opportunities to come your way. And yeah, there are people living in London, and that's because they are making the money that needs to be made. So I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about the economic potential of your job, but obviously, if they're trying to be an illustrator, you get another level, you get more income, and you keep rising and rising and rising. Then you can now make an informed decision of, oh, should I continue to live in the UK or go to somewhere else with my qualifications and find something better? That is it. But right now, your best job, your best move on the chessboard of life is to leave London. I was even surprised when you say you're living in London. That means you have money.
So
Because what the
yeah,
people I know, they know they live for London. Any Nigerian that's living in London, is living in Peckham or Brixton.
lavish.
Living in Peckham and Brixton, that's Agege and Oshodi.
And
So they know they
Colchester.
for
I hear my
uh,
friends are in Colchester. Hi
uh,
guys. Hey.
It's not as if you're living in Mayfair or Chelsea, all those fancy places, fam. So please leave London
Please don't
to the
kill me.
Londoners and just, go to somewhere else that'll be safe for your mind and your pockets. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Dito.
Or,
I agree with
or
AOT2.
can come back to Lagos. We have train now. Our train is moving.
Please don't kill me. That wasn't even an option.
At all. At all.
The person didn't even mention anything remotely close to Nigeria. But yeah, I completely agree with AOT2. Um, but most importantly, um, pray about it. And there's no wrong or right decision, to be honest. I always say there's just a decision to make. Whatever decision you make, you live with the consequences of your decisions, period. Like, really, at the end of the day, don't overthink it. Don't. I know it's easier said than done, as you rightly also said, but don't overthink it. Explore as many options as possible. Think of the ultimate goal of your life and what it is that you want to do, and then just go with that as well. Because right now, obviously, for this person, it's more about working and just that level of stability this person is looking for. It's not about family. It's not about anything else. The person just wants to be stable, like, and aspire to the seemingly basic things of life, have a house, have a car, just, easy food. Uh-huh. However, if the entire UK really is not looking that way for you, maybe you should look somewhere else. Maybe you should not even think about Asia. Maybe you should think somewhere else altogether. But hey, I agree with AOT2. Do what you need to do, explore another part of the UK, enjoy, try to ask more questions, do more research, see what works for you. And maybe, I mean, I want to say something about his job or the person's job, his or her job, but again, if the person since the person says they are trying for him or her at work, then maybe they're trying for you at work. But at the end of the day, if that's not what you really want, you don't really owe it to them to stay as well. Like they're trying for you, great. But if that's not what you want, then that's not what you want. You know what I mean? And maybe one of the reasons that you're not living there is because of the money. No, whatever it is. I hope you make the right decision for yourself and you're happy with the decision you make after. And life just is better for you. Just know that this too shall pass, is only a phase, and it really does get better after this. From here, So yeah, keep the
Okay,
hope alive.
hope alive. First of all, you should thank God you're not in Nigeria, so yeah, keep the hope alive. All right, we
Exactly.
have come to the end. No, not the end. Sorry, we still have two more things to do.
Near end.
Two more honors before we bounce, and the first one is what is it? Hold on, let me just look at the script. It's prop and flop
Flop and
of the
prop.
week. Yes, 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 yes. And flop of the week, you should already know from our first talking point or what we said during X of the week. The House of Reps, because these people are giving sitting allowance, they're giving other allowances to actually make life easy for them so that they can help move the country forward. But at the end of the day, they
Exactly.
are looking at they should all join the Big Brother Nigeria reality show next season because all of them are entertaining us with their stupidity. So the House of Reps,
Pause.
you guys get an F9 this week for entertaining rubbish. There are so many things affecting us in this country, but it is people who have ring lights and dodgy makeup that you are entertaining. I'm very sorry.
Please don't kill
If you are
me.
working in the private sector and I'm your guy and I find out that this is what you are using company resources for, there's going to be there's going to be a serious query. It's serious query for
Honestly.
some people. Some people will not receive 13th month bonus. Insure me die. You will receive 13th month bonus. You know even collect bag of rice and oil. You know, go just dey go out with your salary. And your salary will finish before January
Honestly.
1st. That's how December
Do
salary
you
is used to. So you people hunger
do
will
you think
catch
they'll
you.
give do you think
What?
they'll give rice and oil this year? Like companies will give rice and oil this year?
I don't know. I don't know. Anybody, I don't know. I don't know. I can't see.
I don't think they well, let's see now. Let's see how it goes.
I'm not even sure say the people go give
December don't
hamper.
dey reach.
I know
You
even sure say some
understand?
people go give hamper.
Hmm. Maybe they fit give them I heard that Capri Sun is now 500 naira, so probably just give them like or give them like a few cups of rice and
Ah,
some and maybe a bottle of oil. Man, that would be
it's
wild.
God day, God day. Please, if you see
God
me
I
knocking
beg.
on your door on Christmas Day, just know I am coming as a wonderful neighbor. And please, God says you should love your neighbor as thyself. So chop your jollof rice.
Mm-hmm.
Just pass a few jollof rice to me. Because this
Understand.
Christmas, blessing and crowd sharing we go do. Now Christmas sharing lovers go
Honestly,
do.
the Christmas spirits.
Eh,
But that would be mad though.
one compound will celebrate Christmas as one family. Everybody. Oh, yeah,
I love
donate,
it.
donate, donate for foul.
That
Don't
would
donate for
actually be mad.
yeah, but some people want to do the solo dolo anyhow. Sha. As the
Make
spirit
them not see
leads.
them finish.
As the spirit leads. Anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, let's jump
But
into
yeah,
top of the week. In the world of let's go to the world of fashion. So currently in the fashion calendar, they are doing this. They are when you start seeing Ogbanji people on runways, that means
please
fashion
don't
has
kill
started.
me.
People that don't know is just I don't understand. But
I
anyway,
know that's
I know.
that's what determines what people wear next year. All of that
We wait for our GTB Fashion
determines the
Week.
tone.
We wait for
Eh?
our own GTB Fashion Week. Thank you very much. Thank you very
I
much.
don't want to diss on GT Fashion Week because like my guys are there and doing their thing, but
I
like
think I need to go to Fashion Week
please,
this. I think I need to go to Fashion Week this year. I just
would you
want to
want to
laugh.
go?
Yes, I
No,
definitely
you
want
can't
to
go
go.
there to laugh for. If that's the reason, I will know. I
So,
wanted to
I have
see.
to sit there
I
in
should
front.
get
I have to
tickets.
sit
Let's
there in
go.
front. Like when I see all these people doing Fashion Week, I have to sit there in front. They always look very serious. So people across like I look very serious. This season's
That's some serious business, there. Oh.
this season's collection is quite demo and reserved. I think I love the
Please
color
don't kill
palette.
me.
It gives soft luxury and novel wealth. I think this might be one of the greatest, one of our greatest works. I agree with you. When they speak,
Oh
everybody speak
my god,
everything, all the English, everyone know.
I love
Okay,
it.
so in the world of fashion, there's something called the business of fashion. Our
Yep.
business of fashion puts out a list every year. I believe it's an annual list. It's called BOF 500. And
500.
Wizkid, who is the troubler of Israel, who is abusing everybody on Instagram, on Twitter now, was invited, was there, and I think there was somebody else again I saw there behind, that was standing in front of that BOF logo. So BOF actually
Mm,
have BOF 500. I think Ira Star, yeah, was there also. And so
mm-hmm.
BOF 500 is a prestigious list that recognizes the people shaping the global fashion industry created by the business of fashion. This year we have two Nigerians there. First of all is Ireti Zacchaeus. If you don't know Ireti
Yep.
Dayo, I don't want to mention her brother because she's also doing great things. She is
Yeah.
brain behind Soak. That's what it's called, right?
Straight soak. Yeah.
So a lot of cool brands. They did something with Severe Nature. I think they did
Mm-hmm.
a jersey. I think they did a jersey with a Ghanaian brand. I can't remember the name of the Ghanaian brand. Future. I can't remember it. But it's a mad jersey. JJ Okocha wore during the Nations Cup. Lovely jersey,
I didn't even
and
see
she.
that.
Oh, okay. I'll send it to you. She's involved in a lot of street fashion in Nigeria and in the UK also. All right. And she's always on point. Shout out to her. Now I can mention her brother after introducing her and see what she has done. Her brother is Tizzy, the same Tizzy of Native Records, the same Tizzy of Lazigidi, Diaby Lazigidi. Yes. So it's quite a
Mm-hmm.
creative family. Yes. So shout out to her. Then we also have Stephen Tayo, who is a very, very, very creative and great photographer. He has worked with
Ooh,
Vogue,
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Taste, interviewed the New York Times, a bunch of stuff, stuffs that his CV is looking actually packed, and he is also mentioned there. He has a nice photo there also. Same with Ireti Diazakios or just Ireti anyway.
Yes.
And Ireti has also collaborated with brands as Nike. Anybody who has done work with Nike, that's mad. So she has done stuff with
That's
Nike, Off
massive,
White.
baby.
Please, I beg, Ugochi, please, I beg. Don't
Please
encourage
don't
all
kill
this.
me.
Don't encourage all this. Because before you know it, that one will go send it. We can't talk about why women
Oh,
out at night in Lekki. Please, I beg you. I beg.
my word.
So she
Oh
has
my
worked with
word.
various brands such as Nike. We've done Nike's global, Off White, rest in peace, Virgil, and Fear of God, which
Mm,
is actually that's Lorenzo. I can't remember his name. Lorenzo something.
I
Yeah,
don't remember anybody's name. Worst
I
person.
know. Fear of God is mad. He had his Nike sneakers one year. Ooh, before he went to
Mm-hmm.
Adidas. Bro, the
Yep.
guy is mad. He has worked with Kanye West. He has worked with Justin Bieber. So if she's working with this kind of people, he's on point. So yeah. So shout out to these two people, two Nigerians who are doing great things. They were born in Nigeria, I believe. I want to believe they were born in Nigeria. It's
Yes,
not always
I
not
don't
always
know about
Nigerians.
Ireti Dayosha.
She's schooled in Nigeria, sha, no matter what. So these are Nigerians that these are not Nigerians that in the Olympics or in the Olympics. They have Nigerian names, but they
Oh
will have
my
become
word.
Nigeria. These are Nigeria born and
Exactly.
bred. Yeah. So shout out to them for doing a lot of great things in fashion. And shout out to all the Nigerians who are doing great things in fashion as well, except somebody that I don't want to mention because they are blasting the person on TikTok. But I
Who
don't
is
want to
that?
talk. I'll tell you later. Let me just put it in the WhatsApp right
Okay.
now. Uh-huh.
Okay.
But I'm sure if I mention the person, you will understand that. Oh, this one. Wait, hold
You know
on.
that the crazy thing about me and social media is that I'm always the last person to hear everything. Not that I'm
Uh,
complaining or
Influence your
anything, but
industry.
like
Influence your industry, so you should know. I'll send it to you anyway.
so.
But shout out to all these Nigerians.
Oh,
Well, yes. Uh-huh.
oh,
Okay. Oh, you know the
oh,
person. Shout out to them.
oh. What is the dragging for, Sha?
The stupid presentation of the designs and some other. I'll send it. I'll look for some of the
Don't
stuff
worry, we'll
and
talk about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So shout out
That's
to
fine.
everybody involved. Top of the week. Also Nigerians for hustling and surviving in this country of ours. Thank everybody.
Mm.
About to bounce. Don't forget fanmail at 234essential.com where you can send in your fan mails and also release therapy. Also,
Follow us on every social media platform at Duty for Essential Podcast.
yep,
Shout out
yep,
to Nigerians all over the world. Shout out to Steven Tayo. Shout out to Iriti Dayo. Love you
yes.
guys for the work that you do. Excellent guys. Stay kind. Show love. Brush your teeth. Hydrate.
Hmm.
Bless you. God bless you.
One love and all that. Yes. Oh, so the brand she collaborated with is actually called Free Youth Ghana. Free the Youth Ghana.
Oh,
They
oh, I
created
know
a
that.
mad jersey. Now
Jersey.
The only issue with the jersey is that the spirit is willing, but the naira is weak. That's all I can tell you.
Please don't kill me.
Let those who have ears, let them hear. But it's actually very, very good. If I can
See,
get money on this album, I go hit on one time. But shout out to everybody listening. Peace, one love. We'll be back next week. Peace out.